¿Qué es la que hay? Welcome back to Tony West DIY. My name is West. Today's episode is gonna be short and sweet. I wasn't record what I'm doing right now, but it might help somebody. And if it helped you, press like, share, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell button so you won't miss any of my videos, and I will appreciate that. So, my car, Acura RSX. Lately it's giving me a couple of issues, like you guys saw in the past videos. This time, the alternator is acting weird. That's why I wanted to record this one, because of how I found out, or how the issues was. So the issue was the cruise control light it was flashing or blinking, faded, you know, it wasn't like the actual light was all the way on, but it was kind of flashing, especially on the load, and the SRS light came out. The only way I saw it was because I had to wake up really early in the morning and it started. So that's why I was able to see the faded cruise control light on. I thought that was the SRS light that came back on because of the seatbelt. By the way, if you haven't seen that video and you have your SRS light on, you can click on this card and it will help you to square that away and you're welcome. So going back to the issue, every time that I had to stop on idle, the SRS light went away and the flashy light, the cruise control light, you couldn't see it anymore. I did some research online and a lot of people mention that when that happened, it's usually the alternator overcharging. What I did, since I have Kpro version 4, it has a Bluetooth, I connect the Hondata app to the computer and bingo, I realized that it was overcharging. So I decided to replace the alternator. For me, it's a lot easier because I have the RBC, and I prefer, instead of either taking out the front bumper and all that stuff and removing these bolts and lose the radiator, I remove the 7 12mm bolts from the RBC, remove the intake manifold. Just remember, always remove the negative from the battery, and you know, TPS sensor and all that crap that has the throttle body. So it's a lot simple just because of that. I saw a guy once that replaced the alternator, taking the front headlight. If I find the link, I'll post it down below as well, just in case it's easy for you. If I'm not mistaken, he had a K20A3, I believe, and then he was able to take out the alternator from this area. He removed the headlight, but I mean, it's pretty tight fit, so that's another option that you have. But to remove the alternator, once you remove or you have access, there's 3 12mm bolts, 1 on top and then 2 in the bottom, as well as you have to remove this plug, which is on the bottom part of the alternator, and then this cable, which is a 10mm nut. But it's a simple job. This is the old one, this is the new one. I'm gonna post the link below where I got it from Amazon as well. I did it because I was able to get it prime, so as soon as possible. Just remember, if you use the alternator a lot, overcharging the battery, it will fry the battery as well, plus more stuff. And yeah, like I said, this is a short episode. I'm just gonna tell you what was my issue, so in case you have it, there you go. I'm just gonna put everything back and see you later. All right, let me start what I'm doing. I want to show you guys something, because I mentioned earlier, to remove the intake manifold you had to remove the 7 bolts. Yes, I have 7 bolts because I removed the 2 studs. If I'm not mistaken, originally it has 2 studs on this side, and the reason being is so you can remove the other bolts and the intake manifold stay in place. I took out those studs because I have the A3 throttle body and this part where the cable, throttle cable is on the Type S throttle body is on the other side. So you have enough space here to kind of, if you want to leave the two studs there and then pull the RBC to the front. I'm assuming you have more clearance than me, since it's a pretty tight fit there.
That's what she said?
If you see, if I put the intake manifold where it's supposed to, I don't have enough clearance there. So that's why I have 7 bolts instead of having 2 nuts and then the rest bolts. Just wanted to clear that out. All right, so everything installed. I forgot to mention about the Serpentine belt. I'm just gonna draw or put on the screen how it's supposed to be routed, and I'm just gonna share with you guys a trick that I use to make this thing really easy to take out. So use a 14 millimeters wrench and you put it on the tensioner bolt, right, like so. And then you use a bigger wrench, in my case 17, and you put it like that, and then you pull towards you to lose the Serpentine belt and remove it with your other hand. So it's a lot easier that way. I mean, it works for me. Again, I like to share to help you guys, and yeah, hopefully that will fix the issue, because if I keep making excuses in my work, I'm gonna get kicked out. And last time I checked, I don't have 300,000 subscribers, I only have 300. So it's gonna turn on the car to make sure that everything is fine. And that's it, guys. On the low, I don't see anything flash. SRS light is still off. Bam. Battery volt on point. It's not running rich. And there you go. If that helped you, please like, share, subscribe, bell button, you know, all the jazz. And I really appreciate you guys if you are already subscribed to the channel, and until the next one.